Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily and today I'm doing my October TBR and I'm super excited for it because I'm doing something a little tiny bit different. I know I keep changing my TBRs around, but you know what? I'm just doing what makes me happy, and if you don't like it, I'm sorry. But anyway, if you'd like to know how I did last month, go ahead and check my September updates. I will try to remember to leave the playlist link down below that has my reading updates so far, which is started in August, so there's really not that many. But let's just say that September was not a good month, and I'm going to quickly tell you why. I found out I needed my gallbladder removed, and then I went to the surgeon and I found out that I definitely needed to have surgery, so I have my surgery scheduled for the 27th. Today I am filming this on the 23rd. I'm trying to pre-film some because I know I'm not going to be able to film them after my surgery right away. So there's that. So this is going to be pre-filmed, but that's okay. I decided to put myself together and kind of look a little more presentable for you guys today. And I'm just super excited for fall time in October. I'm hoping that I can get lots of reading done. And I'm also really excited because at the end of October, on the 29th, I'm leaving to go on a cruise to the Caribbean. And I'm super excited because I haven't been on a cruise before, and it's going to be over Halloween, so we can dress up for Halloween and stuff. So I'm just really excited, although I am a little sad that I'm not going to be able to do any like reading vlogs for Halloween. I mean, I could, but the likelihood of that is not going to be very high. So I'm hoping that throughout the rest of the month of October, before then, I can get tons of reading done with lots of spooky fall reads. So if you're new here, I have changed my TBR up a couple times now, but this one seems to be my favorite of them so far. So as you can see, it's a bingo board, and up here I have my little counters for whenever I finish a prompt. So there are 14 ways for me to get a bingo, all the different ways, and then I also include the 4 corners, and then I also will have a TBR jar pick up there that if I read that book in the month, I will count it as a bingo. So that's just an easy way for me to get a bingo, also by reading a book that I probably wouldn't have picked up normally. So this month is going to be a little different. I decided to go through all my TBR tiles, all 300 and something of them, and I picked all the spooky fall vibey ones that I could find, and I put them in here. So there's about 40 of them, and I'm going to be picking from here to fill in 24 spots with them. And I'm really excited because there are some really cute ones in here that I made recently, so fingers crossed that they end up on here. But I think that's it. Also, sorry for the lighting. It's a beautiful day out. I decided to open my windows and I turned on my twinkly lights, but you can't really see them. I think the batteries need changed. And I just wanted to kind of set a mood, and I didn't want there to be too much of a glare on my tiles because then you can't see them. So we are going to go through these. I'm going to do like I did last month. I'm just going to pick them and then we'll go over what each one of them are, and I'll give you guys like a closer look so that you can see. So let me move out of the way. Okay, so now that you guys are moved, make sure there's no hair on here, I am going to pick out of here and I will fill them in, and I will come back to you to let you know what each of them are. So Okay, So I have filled in the board and now I'm going to get closer to show you guys what each of them are. This might get a little wobbly. Okay, I wanted to give you guys a closer look at what some of them are, so I'm going to go down through them and go from there. So first we have Features a Death, so a book that features a death. And then we have the cute little mushroom that's representing autumn, so anything like you would generally find in autumn, I guess. And then this one you've seen before, Creepy Setting. This one, I don't know that you've seen before, but this is Dark Academia. That's usually pretty fall vibey kind of book, so that works. Then we have Seasonal, so the season is fall time, so just a book that is fall-y. Then we have Gothic Setting, a book that has a gothic setting, a spooky graphic novel. I'm super excited for this one. Then we have Supernatural Main Character, so a main character that is not human, but they're like some kind of supernatural thing, so like a witch, a ghost, a vampire, a werewolf, anything like that. And we have Autumnal Feels. You'll see that I have a lot of like autumn feels and vibes. I tried to get as many as I could into my big bag of TBR tiles, so I just have a whole bunch of them, so you'll see ones that are similar, but I can find different things for each of them. Then we have Spooky Vibes. This one's also a new one, and I'm super excited about it because it looks super cute. Again, a book with spooky vibes. I'm going to move you down. Okay, next we have Fall Vibes. So this is just like a little pumpkin spice latte. Another fall vibey book. I like them because, you know, they give me more room to move around. I'm going to move you guys forward just a little bit. And then I have Witchy, so a witchy book. And then I have my free space, don't have to read anything for there. And then I know you can't see this one, so I'm going to try and help. But it says Set in the Fall. I did not pick the right colors to put over this brown, but I can see it. So Set in the Fall. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, book set in the fall. So then I have Wings, which I got off of Cody's Book Corner. I saw that she had that on her TBR for September, and I absolutely love the idea, so I decided to make one. So I love those wings. So a book that has wings on the cover, so there could be bugs, it could be angels, it could be birds, anything like that. And then I have book for a video, so I'm hoping to get a couple videos out with some themed books, I guess you could say. So hopefully that goes to plan. I know I haven't been very good with that kind of stuff, so here's to trying. Then this one you've seen before, tarot, so I will just pick a tarot card one of these times and go from there. And then I have Monsters, so a book that has some kind of monsters in it. Mystery, I think this was just on my September one, but a book that has a mystery. It could be a fantasy. Some fantasies have mysteries in them, so, you know, not sticking to just mystery thriller kind of things. Then we have horror, obviously a staple for this time of month. Then I have murder. I love my little crime scene tape with like the outline of the person. I thought that was funny. So something that has a murder in it. Again, fantasy could count for that. You know. Then we have Ghost. I love my little ghosties all over. And just a book that has some ghosts in it, or maybe like one of those books where you think it's ghosts, but you're not 100% sure, so that could count. And then I have dark themes, so I have some dark romances that could fall under this, so that's nice to have. And then I have magical creatures. I love my little Yeti. So book with magical creatures, not limited to vampires and stuff, like supernatural things or like monsters, but this could be like dragons or things like that. And then the last one is Myth, Lore, Legend, and Fairy Tale, which I'm sure you guys have all seen before. And that is just a book that focuses on a myth, lore, legend, or a fairy tale. So like a fairy tale retelling, like Nettle and Bone I think is a darker fairy tale maybe. I don't know. But anyway. Okay, now you're moved back. You can see that the board is filled. The only thing I have left to do besides talking about some books I'd like to get to is pick a book from this hastily made TBR jar that I just put a whole bunch of spooky fall time reads plus maybe like 1 or 2 fantasies in here. So we're gonna pick one from here. I literally just did this like 2 seconds ago, so because I almost forgot. So we're going to pick a book in here. There are some that I really don't want to get, like I just don't want to get, but if I get it, then I get it. So I guess we're gonna go with this one, and it is House of Hollow. Okay, so this was pretty popular, I think, last year because it came out last year, and I just didn't get to it, but I've heard some mixed things about this book, but that will be the one that if I read it, I will count it as one whole bingo. So I will have to figure out how to stick it up there later, but I'm going to set that down now. Now I want to go into a few books that I'd like to get to. So I have some darker romance books that are a little paranormal too that I would like to get to. So I'd like to get to Her Soul to Take, which could count as dark themes, monsters probably, maybe supernatural main character, because I think it has 2 points of views and one of them is a demon. I don't want to go over like what they all could be. You guys have seen them. I won't really know till I read it and decide where I want to go, so I'd like to read that. I'd also like to read A Lady of Rooksgrave Manor. That was a really popular one last year, I believe, also, and I just never got to it. I think it's a reverse harem and it deals with like a whole bunch of different monsters. Of course, as of right now, I haven't read The Once and Future Witches, which was my bingo read for September and August, if I'm honest. Don't know if I'm going to get to it. Again, I'm pre-recording this video, so not sure, but if I don't, I definitely want to. And then I also like to get to Hex, which was one of my poll picks for last month. Not sure if I'm going to get to it or not, probably not, but I would also like to read that. And The Nature of Witches. I've heard really good things about all 3 of these books and I just want to get to them. So another book that I own is Certain Dark Things by Sylvia and Marina Garcia. So last year I read Mexican Gothic by this author and I absolutely loved it. I definitely want to pick up more from her and I just haven't, and that is just appalling to me. So I need to get to another one, and this one I think deals with vampires. So definitely going to be able to find a spot for it on my spooky board. I'd also like to get to a short book, which is A Dowry of Blood. This one also vampires. I absolutely love seeing vampires brought back in books again, and I've heard nothing but good things about this book. Another one I meant to pick up last year but didn't, that I heard about from Riley and Marie, was To Break a Covenant. Can't remember what it's about. All I know is it sounds really interesting and spooky, and I think it's got like a spooky setting, creepy setting, so you know, perfect for creepy setting. And I'm not sure if that deals with witches or a curse or what, but that's definitely on my radar. I have some other books that I don't own but I plan to own that I would like to get to. So for instance, Slewfoot has been making its rounds. I really want to get it, but I want to get the physical version because of the pictures, and I also want to get the audiobook, so we'll see about that one. I definitely want to pick up Ordinary Monsters. I think it's like a dark academia one, but I've heard good things about that one. I want to pick up the Pallbearers Club. I think it has like vampire-esque things in it. I've heard really good things about that one too, so I'm super hyped for that. Okay, sorry, I had a phone call that I had to take because it's like I had to deal with my surgery. Anyway, I don't remember what I was talking about, but essentially I have a ton of books that I would like to get to. Some of them I don't own yet, and a bunch of them I do own, and I'm just in the mood for spooky fall stuff, and I'm trying to get right back into reading. So wish me luck on my TBR. Like this video if you liked it, comment down below letting me know what spooky reads you're planning on reading this month, and subscribe if you want to. I'd greatly appreciate it. And until my next video, I will see you guys soon. Bye!